Nasdaq had been through a near-death experience in the early 2000s. Then we'd acquired Brood and INET, and then with the OMX combination, we get ourselves a European footprint, and we get ourselves the ability to extend INET, the trading technology we had, to different geographies and different markets and different asset classes in a way that old Nasdaq never could have done. So it was a very, very exciting time. In a couple of different ways. One perhaps more subtle one, the technology business became much more disciplined. The INET coders were very, very good coders, but they were not particularly used to what comes with running an exchange and the responsibilities that are part of running an exchange. When we merged with OMX, we had partners who knew that business themselves, and they knew that business from dealing with clients. So it really transformed the way we went about running the market on a technology side. And the other piece of transformation, it's a more obvious one, we became much more international. The listing business had always been international, but it was restricted to a few geographies for the most part. And now every business has to think internationally. What we do in one country, how does it affect clients? How does it affect relationships in other places we work? One of my favorite moments was when Adina came back in 2014. That was very exciting and very important for me, both personally and professionally. When the INET technology was successfully applied to Philadelphia, the options exchange, that was a very, very important moment because it meant that INET technology could be applied anywhere. The whole premise for why we merged with OMX would succeed, and what we know now is Genium INET would be a successful product where we could use the trading engine we had in the United States to trade any product, anywhere, and we had the flexibility and the skill in the IT team to do that. I knew Nasdaq was going to grow, and I knew Nasdaq was going to become a significant Fortune 500 company. How that growth was going to take place and what Nasdaq would exactly look like 10 years later, no, I didn't know. But if I hadn't expected Nasdaq to grow, I wouldn't have stayed. We've already shown we can use the technology we have for all kinds of asset classes. And now there are a great many different things where the idea of empowering buyers to have some influence, some ability to shop prices is becoming more and more part of what we do all the time. And one thing I'm really proud of both the sales team and the technology team for being able to do is understand the specific needs of each client that we do business with. We're not just saying you have to trade whatever it is you want to trade, like cash equities. They say, okay, you want to trade a product, let's take what we already have, transform it so it suits what you need to do. And that makes us both a good partner, and it just opens up so many opportunities for what we might be able to do or will be able to do going forward. My favorite memory of the deal is I'm in Rockville, Adina and Bob are in Stockholm doing an announcement of the deal. And I get an email from Adina, what is going on with the stock price? And I look at OMX's stock price and it has blasted off. It's well beyond the deal price, volume's massive. And it was Dubai. We didn't know it was Dubai at that instant in time, but it was Dubai, buying shares and trying to acquire OMX out from under us. And that was the first step of what became an extremely complex deal, which we did succeed in bringing home at the end of the day. I first got a sense of really what extraordinary partners we had when I was in Stockholm in Christmas of 2007. And Magnus Bakker was hosting the Christmas event and speaking to all the employees about the upcoming closing of the merger with Nasdaq. And as listening to Magnus, I realized that he was speaking in English. And all the employees who were Swedish and Danish and Finnish, that was their common language. So we were not going to have a language barrier with these partners because their working language was our working language. And that was, I think, a very tangible, positive sense I had that this deal was going to work.